Welcome back to part 3 of my soon-to-be miniature haunted house. I say soon-to-be because I don't think this house is haunted just yet. As I mentioned in my previous videos, this house has been through a lot and is in need of many repairs. Pillars, railings, doors, windows, shutters, and many other architectural elements need to be replaced or refurbished. And then there's things like this. I still don't know what it is or where it goes, but I'm sure I'll figure it out later. There are a lot of cracks in the walls, and the roof especially needs a lot of work. It's got water damage, and I think it got stepped on. All of these repairs shouldn't be too hard. Plus, it's a haunted house. It's supposed to look that way. Moving inside, the interior doesn't look all that bad. Mostly just minor repairs, so no big whoop. One thing I've been trying to figure out is the layout of this house. You know, what room is what. I think this might be the front entryway, and this might be a study or a sitting room. And in here, another entryway. I don't know what room this would be. Maybe a hallway. I think the staircase goes in there. And this room, I don't know. But it definitely needs some work, as you can see. Oh, maybe this is the dining room. We'll see. Going upstairs, I believe this will be the bathroom. And then another hallway where the second staircase goes, as you can see from the stair hole.
You're a stair hole!
Next is the dressing room, I want to say, connected to the master bedroom, which also happens to be the only room in the house with 2 windows. Now we move up to the attic. I'll probably partition this off and build a spooky room, and then fill it with a lot of creepy stuff. You know, the kind of stuff that you would find in an attic. The tower, I guess it's a tower, I'm going to call it a tower, is in very good shape. It just needs some windows and some shutters, maybe some gargoyles, little tiny things like that. A little bit of a repair needed there. This might be a guest room. And above that, maybe this is the study. And this room has no door. So I'm not sure what to do with this one. Now we travel all the way over to the other side of the house. This part of the house just needs a new window, and maybe a fireplace and a chimney, because this is where the kitchen will be. Above the kitchen is another little creepy room with a tiny door. What horrifying things will lurk in this room? I guess what I should do now is make all the necessary repairs to the house and get everything up to speed. But what I should do and what I want to do are 2 separate things. What I want to do is build wooden floors for all of the rooms inside. Remember these from last video? I'm going to install wooden floors made entirely of popsicle sticks. We'll start in the main part of the house. Uh-oh. I guess this part of the house is already occupied. Looks like we're going to need to build somewhere else for now. I think I'll start with the 3 floors inside the tower. I'm going to use the cardboard from the back of this book of ancient spells and cut it to size to fit the floor of the room. Next, we take our popsicle sticks, seen here in all their glory, and trim the ends off using my professional popsicle stick cutting device. They're already looking very much like tiny little floorboards. At this stage, the ends are looking pretty rough and must be filed down. A quick bit of sanding, and our little floorboard is complete. Almost. I then mix some brown acrylic paint with a little bit of water until I had a soup-like consistency. Soupy. Each of the floorboards is then painted with a coat of brown soup. You can add more water to make lighter boards, or more paint to make darker boards. Before the paint dries, I wipe each board down with a paper towel. This gives the finish of each tiny floorboard an even consistency. And now our floorboards are complete. For our next step, I'm going to glue the floorboards to the cardboard using glue. I'll be creating 3 separate floors for the tower, and for this particular floor, I'll be using a random pattern. There are many floorboard patterns to choose from. You can find countless examples online, or use your imagination if you have one. I know I do. After attaching the main boards, it's time to install the sideboards. Simply lay the board where you'd like it to be, then mark off a cut line, and cut on that line, trimming it to size. The board is then glued in place, and the whole process is repeated again. The ends of the end boards don't need finishing. They look a little rough right now, but they'll be covered later with baseboards. And there you have one floor made entirely of popsicle sticks. Here's a look at 2 separate floors showing 2 different patterns. On this next floor, I wanted some of the boards to appear warped and buckled from water damage. I glued small cardboard tabs on the underside of some of the floorboards. This causes the end of the board to rise up slightly. You can also carefully bend each board with your hands and glue it in place. Use a cat or other small mammal to keep the floorboards pressed to the cardboard while the glue is drying.
You're not funny. I'm gonna pee in your shoes.
With all the main boards in place, you can now get a good look at that warpature. Warpature is not a real word. Irregardless, I'm going to use it anyway. Oh, and I first should have painted the cardboard a dark color to mask the color of the cardboard underneath. I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think? All 3 floors slide in and fit perfectly. They're a little warped, but that'll all go away once I install the baseboards. I really love how well these popsicle stick floors turned out. I had some more time and some more popsicle sticks, so I made another floor and put it in the main house. I still have several floors to build, plus build the entire attic. I'm going to need to make a lot more floorboards. I'll say goodbye until next time, 'cause I gotta go eat a lot more popsicles.